got Jerry Marshall here this morning at the Westland Industrial Heritage Park. Jerry, you're knocking a few things together here with that welder.
Yep, I just bought myself a nice little caddy welder, and
yes.
I've got a generator in the back of the car so I can do portable welding out here in the sunshine.
Lovely.
And what I'm building here is a traverser.
Yes.
So you can pull your car up onto the concrete over there with your locomotive in the back, run the traverser out to the back of your car with that railway line on it there, run your locomotive onto the railway line, push it down to the main track, which is down the alleyway there. There's a lot of infrastructure to get organised.
Yes.
It's taken me a month to make this trolley here.
Yes.
Or traverser as we term it.
Traverser, yes.
Yeah.
And you got ideas for a turntable out here?
Out on the flat,
yeah.
Over there by those black hoses,
yeah.
We'll come across this traverser and onto the gravel, and there'll be a turntable set into the gravel there.
Yes.
Yeah,
and these poles over here that I can see above here, they're the sheds, storage sheds?
Well, that's just going to be a little smoko room where
right.
we can sit down and talk trains.
Okay, that's important, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Because people come from near and far to talk trains,
yeah.
don't they? Beautiful.
So that'll be quite cosy in there.
Lovely. That's
yeah.
what we need.
And even, I'm pleased we're digging the pit here.
Yes.
Because that'll be down out of the wind and it won't blow our fire out.
Right.
We're going to have in the pit over there. We'll have raised rails, similar to what's on the traverser here, so you can work on your locomotive at waist height rather than having to get down on your knees and
yes.
light the fire.
Good. So we've got Mike Rooney here. He's levelling and preparing the base for the rail line where it traverses through the natural forest here in the Hokitika wetlands. Keith, you're tidying up these little fences for the Christmas, really, around a Christmas tree, I think,
yeah,
isn't it?
It is, to go around the Christmas tree, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to be doing by next Thursday.
Next Thursday, she's all on. Merv, you're fixing a few signs up.
Yeah, this is right. This is for part of the Christmas cheers.
Yeah.
These go down at the roundabout down in the town.
Yeah,
and they just should look the part. A matter of fact, they've been there before. They had a slight accident and they've been attacked. And anyway, so it's going back up again. And that's what we're doing now, is trying to get the thing set up again.
What are you up to here?
Well, I'm standing here in the railway workshop, which is an old building left over from the Ministry of Works days. And Mort Cruikshank, the late Mort, when he was alive, he built these railway jigs so that the people who come up here can make all the railway lines exactly the same size. And we've actually got a group of people who come up during the week. And these now just need to be turned over, a bit more welding on the other side, and then these will have the 2x2 railway sleepers bolted on, and they'll be ready to be laid after a bit of painting. So that's all go. So these are the straight rails, and over here we've got a jig for the curved rails, and we'll be making some more of those shortly, as the railway track's just about ready to enter the bush part of the track.
I'm here with Gordon McMillan today up at the Westland Industrial Heritage Park. Gordon, you're working on this big engine here, and I'm really impressed how far it's come on.
Yeah, this is an engine out of a big fishing boat that was abandoned in Westport quite a few years ago. They didn't want to repair it, so they just walked away from it, and it was scrapped. And one of the local businessmen in Greymouth actually spotted the motor coming out of the boat and decided that, to bring it down here to the park to restore it. So it ended up here, and we've been working on it for about the last 6 months. This motor weighs around about 12 tonne. It's 1400 horsepower, and it runs at, for the technical stuff, it runs at about 600 RPM, so it's a slow, high torque motor. There's been a lot of work to get it to the stage because the base was actually left in the boat itself, so we had to build a new base for this motor. And yeah, we're just quietly working our way through it, and hopefully by Christmas time it should be going. Old motor, there's not terribly much you can see because it's all under heat covers and everything, but we've had to put a special little hand pump on here so we can actually pre-prime the pump, because we don't know how the motor was primed with oil or pre-primed before the motor was started. So we put our own little system in here so we can actually pre-prime the pump with oil. The sump will hold around about 60 gallons of oil. That's 60 gallons, not litres.
Part of the machinery. Tell us a bit about that, Gordon.
That's the turbo.
Right.
As the hot air comes out of the exhaust pipe, there's a big fan in there, and it drives this turbo, which compresses the air and puts more fresh air into the motor itself. Most big motors have got this today. It's a very efficient way of running a motor. Other than that, this is just the other end, the big end. The big end, yes. This has got the flywheel on it, and it had a big gearbox on the end of it that actually drove the ship along. Yes. The ship weighed about 500 tonnes, and it was about 45 metres long, and the name of the boat was Santa Monica. Santa Monica. Yep. This motor here is a Merleys. It was built in 1954. It had a big generator on the end, and it was actually imported into New Zealand to run as a spare generator on a big gold dredge, which was in the Terramacau River, Greenstone. And it was there and it run. And then when they shifted the dredge, when it finished at Greenstone, it was moved up to Naihiri. And this went up there as a standby generator. And when the dredge stopped, this motor was headed to the scrap heap. The generator and the flywheel were gone. And a businessman in Greymouth actually spotted it on the scrap dealer's truck. And he bought it and he donated it to us, and we've sat in our yard here for about 5 or 6 years before we brought it in and got it going again. We built a new flywheel for it out of a 2-inch plate to give it the inertia that it needs to actually run. It's a 6-cylinder and it's about a 365 horsepower motor. It's in excellent condition. It goes really well. Right, because these sort of reserve generators and that, they don't do a lot of hours, do they? No, they don't do a lot of hours, but they're sort of a standby plant. In the Naihiri dredge, when the big power cables and that were shifted, we used this one to power the lights and the welders while the main power was getting reconnected and moved. So yeah, it hasn't done very much work at all. Good. Just the exhaust side. It's got all the temperature gauges there for each individual cylinder. Yeah, well, this one came from England. It built in England in 19-something or other, way back in 1942, I think. Yes. And it came out to New Zealand. It run a sawmill down at Haast, so John Cowan's sawmill, for many years. Yes. Got a big generator on the other end, and the whole mill actually run on power. And we were lucky to get this. It just actually turned up here one day. Someone decided that we needed it, so it turned up on a transporter. And so, yeah, I spent a couple of years restoring it all and getting it going. And it runs very well now too. So it's another one of the big motors that's here. It's 365 horsepower, and it's got a 365 kilowatt generator on the other end, which run the whole mill. Lovely. It's going down at Haast. Good.
And this one here came from the Kamara water supply. Right. It's what they call a HR3. It's got an 8-inch piston, and it drove a water pump on the Kamara water supply. And this is a 9 HRC. It's a twin cylinder, two 12-inch pistons. We had it in the sawmill at Harry. Originally it came from Ward, up in Blenheim. It was in a lime kiln. The family bought it in the late 50s, early 50s, and it was in storage until 1962. and then we put it in the sawmill at Harry and we used it until 1980
Right.
when the mill closed down. This one here,
Yep.
it's a 10 HRC brand. It's a 13 and 3/4 inch piston, as you can see on the floor down there.
Yes.
Single cylinder. It was built in 1941, and the story goes that it was powered a searchlight. It had a generator on the end of it, and it's powered a searchlight for enemy aircraft during the war.
Wow.
And the Banks family imported it into New Zealand after the war when they built the mill at France.
Right.
And it was used down there until the mill closed in the 80s. And it's 78 horsepower, that. And it does about 270 revs. And yeah,
Thank you.
beautiful motors.
Lovely.
Keith, this map up here is quite intriguing. Would you tell me all about that one?
Yes, Gilby put that on the wall. It's the map, the places of all the sawmills in Westland, from the Terramacare to Jackson Bay. And it's got all the mills named that were down there now, down there then. And the ones, the red in the names there, they're the ones where the motors are here.
Ah, beauty.
Yeah.